We're gonna spread la onda gospel, Billy Graham style.
A shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by...
I tell you what, maybe I should just put 500 guns out there in the street and just start shooting up people.
We're from Alcoholics Anonymous.
What's your name?
Well, we're anonymous.
Don't let that big up. Don't look away now.
Why you asking stupid questions?
Don't get shy now.
Why you hate yourself?
We'll fold that up right now.
All of you!
All these things that I've been through, all these that I've seen.
Hey yo, what's goody gang? Plant-based puppy here. Keep an eye out for a link I'll be posting up. It'll take you to a link where you can get my free foundation program that I use to build my base foundation. You also get to download one of my ebooks I've been working on. This one is a basic introductory to plant-based dieting. So yeah, if you're curious, check it out. It's got a whole bunch of useful information that I kind of wish I knew when I was starting out my plant-based vegan journey. I kind of answer a lot of questions that I get asked a lot. So I'm answering it in the series. Some of the answers will be in this book, the rest will be in the following volumes. I kind of give sample menus, you know, your daily meals, break it down for you. So it's kind of a basic guide that anyone simply follow along if you feel so inclined to. This other book I'm working on that I'll hopefully be dropping soon as well is an introductory into fasting. It kind of breaks down fasting and the importance and the role. I kind of touch on a bit of religious traditions that are based in fasting and how we've kind of misinterpreted or misconstrued these ideas today in this modern day and age. And I also obviously give my experience of how I started out, kind of tips and everything. And I feel so passionately about it because I've noticed and lived and felt the difference myself at the start of my plant-based journey, spiritual journey, whole awakening, you know, transformation, this whole uprising, zero to hero journey. These three, they go in tandem together. This 9-week program, this introductory into plant-based dieting and fasting. So those three are essentially the holy trinity to a solid foundation. I'm no different from anybody else. I used to eat everything, to pig out on pizza. You know, I used to love KFC, you know, drink chocolate milk, chocolate cookies, all that kind of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everything is about balance. I encourage everybody to try fasting, and I encourage everybody also obviously to go plant-based. I kind of stopped doing that, and I just encourage people, if they do try it, just to notice or to journal how they're feeling that week leading into it. Journal how they're feeling. When I wake up, I feel this, how I feel before going to sleep. Couldn't sleep, how you slept, did you remember your dreams? You note this stuff down. However long you go to plant-based or vegan, do the same thing. You note your experiences. This is what I encourage people to do, is essentially try things for yourself. That's what I've come to learn, is from my own experience. The best lessons I learned, all the best answers that I've ever come to came from me trying. No matter if you fail, you fall down, the best answers always come from trying. And that's what I'm saying. This reality, fortune favors the bold. People that take risks get rewarded. So the third dimension that we exist in, this reality, is about balance. There's a duality in everything. I'm sure we're all familiar with the yin and yang. When I said the human body is the most intricately designed natural technology on this planet, let me put it like this for us gym folk. Think about our bodies like this. There's a yin and a yang with everything. My hamstrings is on the back of your leg. Front, you got your quads, you got your calf muscles, your tibialis. Your biceps on the front of your arm, your triceps on the back. You know, equal and opposite. Concentric and the eccentric movement. Even when you break it down into the muscles, they have a yin and a yang. They have an insertion point and they have an origin point. That's why I say, when it comes to listening to these people on social media about what exercises to do and how to perform them, in general, most of what people teach is applicable to everybody and works. Like, everybody is not the same. We're all unique. We're all different genetics. Our bodies are different. Our muscles, our joints, and everything is slightly different. Obviously, for the most part, it's all the same. Calf is a calf muscle, tendon is a tendon, person to person. But where that insertion and origin is, that determines how much volume or mass you can put into the muscle, yin and yang. So that's why everything is that deep. And that leads me to my next point. I say it a lot, don't drink water. I stopped drinking water December 2024. Whoa, saying he doesn't drink water. Plant-based puppy guys, crazy man. Local man, he's lost it. Hear me out. And like I'm saying, let me preface it by saying this. I stopped drinking water. Yes, correct. I drank less coconut water. So yeah, I stopped drinking water. What I did was I started eating it. And what do you mean? You eat water. When it comes to the body, our mind plays tricks on us. We think about food, we think about what we consume as a whole, as an entirety. The body is the least discriminatory thing on the planet. So what we put in, what you eat, it doesn't look at it as what it is. It doesn't take a burger, it doesn't take an apple, it doesn't look at it as face value. It looks at it as a molecular makeup. As it's getting broken down through the digestive system, the body is taking away what it needs in terms of molecules for nutrition, vitamins, your minerals, and all that kind of essentials. Think about it even on a molecular level. Duality inside of a cell, proton, neutron, and an electron. What is the proton and electron? There's a positive and negative, yin, yang. A recent book I've read, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I don't know, you guys will all be familiar. I'll put the image up here, this one. It's a woman, she's holding the man. But my thoughts on it is, to me, that's like yin and yang right there. And then the female, she's the masculine in terms of, like, you know, this is my man. And The male, he's embracing his feminine in terms of being the prize or being, you know, which if you ask me, any man should feel like that in his relationship. If he is leading, providing, and protecting. And this is why I say everything is that deep. Because if you think about it, within each of us, there is a masculine and feminine side. And even if you want to go deeper, how I like to think of it is consciousness. Some people might be religious and say God. Other people might be spiritual, say universe, cosmos, or source. To me, it makes no difference. We're all saying the same thing. We're all speaking the same language, essentially. That's my belief. All those religions, they're all talking about the same idea. Humans are corruptible. Think about the amount of time that has passed, the entire existence of human history that we know, let alone human history that we don't know. So think about what could have been altered, changed, stories, whatever, through time. Do you remember in school, that game we used to play, form a line, the teacher would say a sentence or whatever to some kid in the beginning, and it gets passed down. And, you know, it starts off with like, you know, Sally dusted the crocodile's nut. It ends up being, you know, Tuesday we're going up the road. It changes wild. How did it get to this? And that's just in a line in like the space of a couple of minutes. So imagine, you know, of a history over years, of a period of thousands of years, of a period of hundreds of thousands of years. So I say all that to say, it's all talking about the same thing. Consciousness, God, cosmos, universe, source. My subscription is that it's all about the same thing. I remember watching cartoons when you were growing up, and they'd always have like the devil on one side and the angel on one side. You know, your higher and your lower self talking to you. And that's, you know, you wake up every day like, what